recording on. MyMath, 4th grade, volume 2. We are starting chapter 14 on geometry. Chapter 14, geometry. Okay. All right, so page 873, we are going to be talking about drawing points, lines, and rays. Okay. A point is an exact location that is represented by a dot. A line is a straight set of points that extends means it reaches out in opposite directions without ending. All right. Okay, so let's look at example 1. We have this line, but the proper name for a line with 2 arrows is actually called a line, okay? Molly drew the figure shown here. Identify the figure she drew. The figure extends in opposite directions. The arrows indicate that it extends without ending. It is a line. Okay, so stop right there. I want you to underline this. And I want you to put a little pointer there. Okay, let's do that. I write, you write. Let's go. I shouldn't see your hands. You should have a pencil in your hand ready to go. This line is labeled with point X and point Y. So when you have a dot here, we call that a point. Point X, point Y. Okay. There are different ways to represent this line, such as line XY. So because it is called a line, it's labeled X and Y, or you can put this little symbol here. You could draw the little line with the 2 arrows, X, Y. So Molly drew, and you could either write this or you could write that. I think it's fun to do it this way, so let's do it that way. Okay, you're gonna write X, Y, and you're gonna draw a line with 2 arrows on each side. Okay, so that's the proper way to label it. All right, so let's take a look at the concepts, key concepts. Okay, so a line is a straight set of points that extends in opposite directions without ending. So when we say line, the true meaning of line in math language is it has no ending. That's why you have these arrowheads here, okay? A ray is a part of a line that has one end point that extends in one direction, and extends in one direction without ending. So you have your end point and you have an arrow. Okay, so this part continues to go. This part is done, it stays, right? So that's called a ray. So this one would be ray A, B. And the last one is a line segment. Is a part of a line between 2 endpoints, okay? So this part here of the line is between these 2 endpoints. So this line segment is line segment AB, or just line with nothing around it, and then AB underneath. Okay? All right, let's try some. Oh, no, I think there's one more example. Okay, example 2. Draw a figure that could be represented by line segment. That's line segment CD. Okay. Line segment CD represents a line segment with endpoints. I'm sorry, can't see that. Okay. Line segment CD represents a line segment with endpoints C and D. Example 3. Identify the figure at the right. Okay, so we have an endpoint and an arrow. Okay, so you're gonna have to go back to the vocabulary to make sure you understand. So you look for that picture, and that looks like this one. So this is called a ray. Okay. So the figure has one endpoint and extends in one direction without ending. It is a ray. The endpoint is A. The ray extends to the direction of point B, because that's where the arrow is going, so we know it started here and it's continuing this way. So the figure is ray AB. Okay, so we can say ray A, B, or we could have written AB and then just put a line over it. Okay, no endpoints, just like that. Okay, identify each figure. Okay, so again, we'll have to go back and forth to do that. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so this one has 2 endpoints. Okay, so let's go back to this. Find the picture with 2 endpoints right here. And this is called a what? Line segment. So let's write it before, and let's actually do both. All right, so this is called a line segment. So let's write that down. Line segment. And then these letters, Q, R, capital. Keep them capital. Okay. And the shortcut is this here. Okay. Q, R, and I think we need to put, yeah, line segment. That's it. Okay, so it looks like that. All right. Okay, go ahead and do number 2. Give you a second to do it. Okay. Okay, so you're looking for the 2 arrows. The 2 arrows is called a line. Okay, so it's just a line, and then the letters will be whatever letters they give you. So you're going to put line FB. Okay. Also, the symbol would be FB, and then the 2 arrows. Okay. All right, number 3. Okay, look at this. This one has an endpoint and an arrow. So go back over here, find the endpoint and an arrow. This is called a what? Array. And again, remember, the letters is whatever the letters they provide. So this is array, AC. Okay. And we draw that with the way it looks. And the last one looks like that. So this is called a line. And then you just take the letters they provide, D, F, okay? And then the line is drawn, D, F. So doing this as we get better is fine, but it's important we learn the name of the lines. So again, 2 arrows is a line. 1 endpoint, 1 arrow is a array. And 2 endpoints is a line segment. Okay? All right. So now we have the independent practice where you'll just go ahead and do exactly what we just did. All right? Here, they're giving you the name, so you will draw the figure. So this is point T, so all you're going to do is draw what it says, a point, and then call it T, okay? Or you can put the T above. It doesn't matter, okay? Draw each figure. So this one, they want you to draw a line with 2 arrows. I'm on number 10, so you should be doing this with me. I'm skipping around. Why? Because the other part we just talked about, so it should be easy. Okay, put two endpoints, okay? And it's Y, Z. Okay? All right, so go ahead and do that for the rest, and don't forget the back. All right, have fun.